All right, so today for Moosetache, we're talking about the problem and solution. And as long as you watch the video of me reading the story, you should have heard me talk about the problem and solution. So in our story, Moosetache had a big problem. What was his big problem? Yeah, it was his moustache. His moustache was uncontrollable. All right, so he had a big moustache problem. How was that problem solved? Well, he tried a moose scarf, he tried a moose tail, he tried a sweater, he tried a mustachio antlers, he tried braids. None of that seemed to work. So, how did he actually solve his problem? Yeah, he met a girl, Moose, who taught him how to glue his mustache. So, his problem was his unruly mustache could not be controlled with anything. And the problem was solved with glue. He glued it down. So if you had this problem, if you had an unruly mustache or you have unruly hair, how would you solve the problem? Would you use glue or would you try something else? So make sure you're using complete sentences here. So for the problem, Moosetache had an uncontrollable mustache. He solved it with glue. And then at the bottom, you need to tell me how you're going to solve it and make sure you use a sentence. I would, and whatever you would do to solve the problem. Now, you also have today on the back, you have the solutions that Moosetache tried that didn't work. Your job is in these squares is to write down why it didn't work. So why didn't the moose scarf work? Why didn't that work? Well, it didn't work because, and these have to be in sentences, he couldn't breathe. Right? The scarf was so tight around his neck, he couldn't breathe and he had to take it off. And he was like, ah. All right. How about the moose tail? Why didn't the moose tail work? Well, he couldn't remember which way was which. He got confused. Okay, he got confused. Why didn't the sweater work? Yeah. It was too hot. It was too hot. Well, he tried to do his mustachioed antlers, and what happened with that? He had no privacy because, oops, the squirrels, right? The squirrels moved in. Right? The squirrels moved in. Now, how about the braids? What did you say was the problem with the braids? He simply just thought that they were a bother. Okay, so that's why none of these solutions worked. The moose scarf was too hot, couldn't breathe. All right, it's too tight. The moose tails got him confused. He didn't know which way he was coming. Was he coming? Was he going? The sweater, well, it was just too hot, period. The mustachio antlers, well, he had no privacy because the squirrels were living there, right? They moved in along with Gopher, right? And then the braids, well, they were just a bother. I think they were just always in his way. So make sure you fill these out with complete sentences. And don't forget to write your problem and solution on this side and how you would solve your uncontrollable hair problem.